it was cold, and I just didn't like it. I guess it doesn't happen often. So like people that weren't from Florida were like freaking out. Like, what do we do? And I'm like, you go to work.
Oh my God, it's Wicks. Oh my God. OMG, it's Wicks. Oh my God, it's Wicks. OMG, it's Wicks.
What's happening, everybody? This is the Omgitswicks show. We are at episode 24, y'all. We at 24. I'm Omgitswicks. We had a exciting week, so I'm gonna toss it to my folks we got on here. I'm talking to go and do your thing.
Hello, everybody. I'm a little flustered. Just not because of y'all, even though I'm sure y'all gonna get me there, but it's just because, as you can see, my voice is different. I was partying last night a little too much, so like I'm afraid that my voice is not gonna match my energy. Speaking of energy, I need y'all to like, share, subscribe, comment, but don't comment anything negative about me, because I will knock you upside your head with a bag of ice, and I will explain to you why I specifically said a bag of ice at some point. But I'm going to kick it off to our guest this week that I had no idea was going to be here. She just walked in the door. But that's my fault because I didn't read the messages that were sent to me ages ago warning me about what was going to happen today.
But it was a good surprise. All right, do you think?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm back again, Alma with Divine Soul Collective. I'm excited to be here.
We're happy to have you back.
Yeah, we're happy to have you back.
You see?
Why you start with her already?
He beefing with me.
He just got here.
Can I talk about why I have beef?
Yeah.
The way I explained it was fine. She don't want me. Anyway, never mind. Moving on.
No.
Let's do this. We went. You sure?
Go ahead.
So I just wanted to say, prior to this amazing young lady being on the show, we just had slight interactions back and forth through social media messages, and in getting to know her. I don't remember the question I asked, but I asked a question that made her assume that I was trying to get at her, like I was trying to get with her in some romantic fashion, and that definitely wasn't the purpose. And she respectfully let me know, "Hey, I'm not the one for you." And I was like, "Okay, that's weird, but I'm not gonna make this any more weird. So okay, we're moving on." And that's kind of why I got beef with her. But then I gave her the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, all right, maybe women get hit on by guys on social media all the time. So she's like, "Oh, I've seen this before. Here goes another situation."
Yeah.
So can I add something?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm only gonna say this because I'm your friend and I have your back, Manny.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't think I do, but could it be because at some point you had a reputation online of being
I mean, that's
very
possible,
flirtatious.
but I guess that would be up to her. Did you hear I had a reputation online or anything like that?
I mean, but if you were your Facebook friend, right?
Uh-huh.
You would see that you flirt, you do your thing. You're single right now, so when you're single, you do flirt online. So maybe she saw that and was like, maybe he's trying to.
I believe that's a possibility, but I guess that would be for her to answer if that was the situation in this specific. Was it?
Alma? The spotlight. Dum.
I mean, no. I mean, I didn't really know that he was like flirtatious, I guess, whatever you want to call it. I mean, he's funny.
There you go.
He's funny.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
People are scared of funny guys. I don't know what it is, what we do to people, but people are scared of funny guys.
I don't know. They shouldn't be, though.
Huh?
They probably scared, like, at some point you're going to make fun of them.
Maybe.
Which I definitely am going to do.
I make fun of everything. I make fun of me. Like, if I walk past the mirror, I'm like, bruh, I make fun of me all the time. Like,
some people don't like to do that, though.
But I call it training because, you never know when you're going to be in an intense roast battle and you got to win. So, you know what I'm saying? You train on yourself. Plus, if you tell yourself everything, what are they going to say to you?
Yeah. And it's also about self-deprecation.
Nothing can hurt you.
Exactly.
Like, you already make fun of yourself, so what's the point?
Like, you're going to say something that's probably not as funny as I said about myself. And I'm going to be like, okay, I've heard worse about myself. But it's probably come from myself. You know what I'm saying? So
it's a defense mechanism, too, though.
That's what it is.
It's self-deprecation. It's our insecurity and how we dealt with it. But I'm not going to get serious on y'all. Moving on.
It's the voice. You kind of sound like Batman.
Yeah? You think it's sexy?
Yeah. Totally.
I think you should use it as your permanent voice.
I wish. I can't. My voice will crack if I try to do this on purpose all the time. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it, but then I got to stay in character. And she's like, you were a completely different person last week. What happened?
What is that? All right, so this week has been crazy. I know my week has been crazy. Y'all, we were talking before, and y'all week was crazy. So I don't know which one of y'all want to start, but how y'all week going?
Ladies first.
You know, all the crazies are out right now with the holidays.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a dog groomer, so we talked a little bit about that and how all the people are trying to call you last minute, trying to get in. It's like, baby, you should have called me in October. Like, it's too late now. Like, I'm sorry, Fluffy's not gonna have his nice haircut when your family comes over.
Yeah. You better.
Oh, I was gonna ask why. Okay, so they're trying to flex their dog.
Oh no, yeah. Like they got some aunt from New York coming, some people from Indiana, some people from California coming in, and they're all worried that Fluffy hasn't had a haircut. But Fluffy hasn't had a haircut since like September, so that's not really my fault.
Fluffy will be okay.
Yeah, and they probably want to flex on the Christmas pictures.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
sure.
you see my dog, and they be like, so they want people to come over and be like, you know, your dog looks so beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So I get it.
Do you have a dog?
Do I have a dog?
Yeah.
I have 2 dogs,
Okay.
but they don't get haircuts.
I don't know
they're
if the
short
groomer
haircuts.
was like a mechanic thing, like, you know, mechanics, like
Yeah.
they don't work on their own car, but they work on everybody else's car.
Well, yeah, for sure. My dogs are definitely due for a bath for sure. They don't get haircuts because they're short haired, but.
What kind of dogs do you have?
I have a greyhound and I have I don't know, she's like a mutt. She's
Okay.
like a basset hound lab mix. I don't know.
I like cool dogs. To me.
Cute dog.
Oh yeah, you love dogs.
I
Wicks,
do
huh?
love dogs.
No, Wicks loves
Oh.
dogs.
Manny, don't do this. Okay, so
I have
Manny's
a-
gonna do this, but I had a past. So I grew up. I used to own a lot. Like I was a dog person. I had dogs growing up. All my years growing up, all kind of dogs. But I have probably because of what I've seen from my animals, but I have my reservations when it comes to other people's dogs. You know what I'm saying? And it's only because I did a lot of research on dogs before I do anything. I do a bunch of research. And anything can set up, so it could be the nicest dog in the world, right? One of my dogs was one of the nicest dogs. He was around everybody. He was cool. But there was this one person that would come around and my dog would just flip, like instantly. And I was like, okay, so now I have to be cautious because what if I'm that one person? I mean, it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm like more cautious. Like, let me ease into the situation. Don't just bring, 150-pound dog and be like, yeah, there go my dog right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, then I'm gonna be like, hey, like, distance. You know what I'm saying? We can work our way to it, but that's what you're talking about.
Gotcha.
Long excuse.
I mean, I don't meet a dog in the first day and just start having it doing tricks, Manny.
Yeah, it's hard for me with dogs. Dogs like me. No, dogs love me, bro.
Yeah.
But the dogs will make me feel guilty because they want affection, and I don't feel like giving them affection.
So that's your problem with
And then I
that?
feel guilty. It's like, oh, now you made me feel bad. I should be able to just not give you affection if I don't feel like it. Cats are different. Cats will come, take 2 seconds of your life, and then don't want
They
to have
don't wanna
nothing to
do
do with
it
you the
with
rest
you.
of the day.
I have a
Yeah.
cat.
And that's what I'm with.
Yeah.
But when it comes to women, I'm over affectionate and I overcompensate. So anyway, I'm releasing a lot of myself today, as y'all can
It's
see.
the voice. I'm telling you, it's making you feel so
It might
deep
be
right
it.
now.
It
Like,
might be it.
so okay, so I got a question. What is your least? We talked about it.
Oh, can
Alma's
I do
ready,
mine?
y'all.
I'm ready.
Alma, what is your least favorite dog? Like dog breed? What is your when you see it, you be like, no, not you. Like I'm cool with all y'all, but not you.
Cocker Spaniels for sure.
That's the one.
Yep, that's it. And I think most dog groomers are going to agree with me, and I hope they do because I don't know. They're special. They're special kind of breed for sure.
What are some things that make them stand out from other breeds?
Well, every single time I have groomed a Cocker Spaniel, it has pooped on my table. Every single time.
Oh.
Every single time.
Some
There
people
has
see that
not
as a
been
sign
one
of
Cocker Spaniel that I have groomed that has not pooped on my table.
Some people see that as a sign of affection. I met some immaculate girls that would say that's affectionate.
I don't know what your beef is with
I don't
Waffle,
know.
man.
But yeah.
So
No.
that's the one for you?
No, for sure. The Cockers. There's actually when they call me and they're like, "Oh, it's a Cocker Spaniel," I'm like,
Oh, I'm busy.
I just got busy.
That's right now. That's crazy. Have you done it 2
I
minutes
don't
earlier?
got nothing till 2026, baby. I'm sorry. You running wait?
Yeah. What if they wait though? What would you do?
When the day comes, I'll just call out sick.
I feel that. I feel that. I'm with that. What about Manny? What is your least favorite dog breed? Because You was ready.
Bro, Chihuahuas, stop.
What?
Enough. I can't stand a Chihuahua. I
Why?
know I can't do it, but I would punch a Chihuahua in the chest. I'll tell you why. Because they are little and they yap like they big, and it's annoying. You see a Chihuahua barking at a grizzly bear.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna do something to the grizzly bear, and it's
They
not.
have little man syndrome.
Yes.
They bought that action,
Napoleon
though.
complex.
Faux show.
They
They have
bought
little
that
man
Bought that action
syndrome.
until they get bit in the neck,
Mhm.
and it's done in 2
No.
seconds.
Mhm.
I know a Chihuahua that took on 2 pit bulls and didn't back down.
But
Didn't win.
Exactly.
It's still alive, though.
Exactly.
It's still alive. And it's still on site with
That's
everybody.
bad when you claim to fame is I survived it, and that's
But
gonna be
it's
it all
still,
the time.
to this day, it is on site with that, like the whole, because they end up getting rid of the dogs now. But with the family that own the dogs, it's on site with everybody that stays there with that Chihuahua.
Yeah, you can get
Mind you, this happened 10 years ago.
get Chihuahuas out of here, bro. I'm sick of it.
I'm okay with Chihuahuas. You know,
They're cute though.
my beef, and this ain't gonna share everybody beef, but it's because I had a traumatic experience, and I think I talked about this before. But a German Shepherd. So
I can see that.
I was walking to school one day because when back then they used to make us walk like forever to the bus stop, and I was in Center for the Arts, and it was not in my zone, so I used to have to walk to where the closest bus stop was, which was like Tice Elementary. But I stayed by like U-Save. So it was a far distance that I had to walk. And I used to hear the dog. It was like a little junkyard back there. I used to hear the dog, but the gate was always closed. I'm like, cool. Well, one day the gate wasn't closed. And this dog came out. And people always said if you don't run, the dog won't chase you. They were wrong. Because this dog came out. And I was like, I'm not going to run. And all I heard was nails hitting and I'm like, I'm not going to run. Bro, the dog got right up on me. And, of course, I was back then, I had a little speed. So I was running, and I ran and jumped on this lady's car. She was like, get on my car, baby, get on my car. So I ran up her car, and she was like trying to like edge. She wasn't like trying to hit the dog, but she was trying to like make it move. So eventually the dog, turned around and left. And so ever since then, German Shepherds, if I see one, I'm like, everything else is cool, but you gotta chill. That's my one. That is my one.
I can see it. I've had some pretty ill-behaved German shepherds in my salon, so it makes sense.
You're not gonna do this. Chihuahuas are trash, and that's the worst thing. They're rats on steroids. But moving on.
So we got to get you on one of these Floridian adventures. So we went python hunting recently. We didn't see any pythons, I think, because of the time that we went. But we didn't see any pythons. We saw a lot of alligators. We saw a lot of crazy things. But I think the biggest, we were able to get trade the python for pizza. So that was an experience down there in Everglades City. But while out there python hunting, right, I was cool, right? I was cool at first. I was good. Because I'm like, I'm ready to python hunt until he told me how it was going down. So what I thought was he was going to help me catch this python. Like, this is my first time. Like, maybe on like 2 or 3 help, but it was my first time. So I'm like, maybe he's going to help me.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, nah, I'm going to just do the cutoff and you're just going to grab it. And I was like, wait a minute, what? And I was like, well, what if it's like a 16 foot? I was like, you ain't going to jump on it? And he was like, nah, that's all you. And I'm like, that ain't me. That ain't me right there.
The protector.
A 16-foot python?
The protector.
Man, it was a caterpillar. You got to let the caterpillar go eventually.
All right, cool.
But, so we did go python hunting. We're going back because, like I said, we didn't see any pythons. So we are going back. But this time we're going with Python Cowboy Epic Airboat. And they have a dog. But they have a few dogs that actually helps them with python hunting. I'm excited. What about you, Manny?
No, I am excited. I was ready to destroy everything in the Everglades this weekend when we went.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, there was nothing to destroy, so I'm disappointed. And it might make me worse on the second one. I'm going to be an animal.
You going to be an animal?
I'm going to be an animal.
Because you did say you want to come back to work with the python
with
over your
python
shoulder?
on my shoulder, like a championship WWE belt. I want to walk in there with a whole different attitude. And I want people to know I'm a big stepper.
That's it.
So we'll see. Hopefully that got.
That is a way to make people like look at you like, okay, he for real. He got a python, like a real python. You ain't even get it gutted out of nothing. You just got it whole python just on your shoulder.
Yeah, they already look at me like I'm wild. So I think that would definitely take it to the next level of where I needed to be.
Maybe that'll call the ladies, like, I don't know. It'll be like a talking point.
Let's hope that's it. But
That'll start it.
Yeah.
she's the lady, so I'm gonna take her word for it. Hopefully that happens.
I feel like that'd be kind of a cool conversation. Like, oh, pythons. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I guess we found out today Alma's not gonna be a part of the dating game.
What?
How we do.
You
Right?
say you just found out?
Yeah.
Wait, what happened? What did I miss?
No, what we talked about earlier, how she thought I was trying to get at her. So she's definitely not gonna
Oh.
be one of the contestants on the dating game. Right? Yeah.
Oh man. So what? Okay, so we got a couple more Floridian adventures coming up. We got another python hunt. We got a manatee thing. We got what else do we
We're swimming with manatees. Are we still swimming with the alligators?
have? That's down there where almost and her friend went.
Yeah, Casper.
Yeah,
Oh.
we could do that. But no, but I am going down there with Q. Remember the dude that was dancing with the alligator?
Yeah.
So I'm going down there with him. He said we're gonna do some cool stuff. So I'm ready to see the cool stuff that we're doing. He didn't explain, but I'm whatever. YOLO.
All right.
I'm ready.
I'm looking forward to it.
So I'm gonna just have to hit you up with every thing that we're doing, and you just pick whichever one. Like if it's crazy, you could say like, "Hey, let's chill out." You know what I'm saying? Like because I know, and I give Manny them the same option, but Manny said he signed up for it, and then if Manny signed up for it, and Rudy was like, "I got to film," and I was like, "Rudy, if you come in, then we need you to do this too." And Rudy's like, "Nah, I'm not doing that."
And we got to get the bird sanctuary set up too. We're slacking on that one.
I don't think we need a bird
So
sanctuary.
we'll soon have a very heavy focus on that specific activity.
I don't see why we need a bird sanctuary. Birds aren't even interesting.
So you out there and you got to hook up with a bird sanctuary, preferably one with big, dangerous birds that we can interact with.
Why would you want to
Let
do that?
us know because we're Floridian and we take this serious and we're going to put our life on the lines for you guys.
But when you think of Florida, you don't think of birds.
I do. I'm a bird lover and we're going to make it
What's your
happen.
favorite bird?
A cockatoo.
No, it's not.
Rudy, that's a bird, right? A cockatoo's a bird?
You only said it because she said Cocker Spaniel. That's all. It's a bird though.
It's cockatoo or it is
It
a
is.
bird. That's my favorite.
It's not. What
My
does it look
second
like?
is a toucan Sam. Oh no, it's a toucan, right? It's not Sam. I like Fruit Loops. I really love Fruit Loops.
I like Fruit Loops.
That's my second best. Big Bird was always suspect, so he's not on my list.
His eyes.
Can't be
He
trusted.
got the crazy eyes. You got to watch Big
You
Bird.
can't trust somebody that tall. They ain't got
No.
no choice but to be nosy. They can see over everything. But yeah, number one is cockatoos and number two is toucan Sam.
Manny, nobody thinks.
Those are
about
my favorite
bro.
birds.
Nobody thinks about birds.
I think they do. They do.
I think the only bird I think about is flamingos.
That's it. I'm cool with it. Well, no,
Because it's a very Florida thing.
because I've seen one flamingo. It stood as tall as
Yeah, see?
the person, and they were like walking in the store, and the flamingo walked in behind them, but it was like as tall as the person.
Oh my
And I already
don't know.
got the theme music set up for when you do get attacked by one of these birds and I'm in the background. The Wicks is going to be like running in horror and all he's going to hear is in the background, I'm like a bird.
I wanna fly away.
And
Don't
then you
do it
hear
like
him
that,
screaming
man.
in the background running away.
Yeah,
So
that sounded really great with your voice, like the way that you just did that. I'm sorry, I
don't know. I'm sorry. That's me. I'm damaged and I never know if somebody's really saying something.
No,
nice to
no,
me.
it sounded like
Thank
a
you, Alma.
professional.
I'm so sorry. I'm going to be different. Thank you,
Okay.
Alma. I'm going to assume everything that somebody says to me that's complimentary is genuine and I appreciate y'all.
Even for me,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna turn over a new leaf today.
it's the voice. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
I'm gonna turn over a new leaf today. So
It's a brand new man.
So we don't
it's
have to
hard
go-
for me because that's my insecurities that do that. So I'm gonna try to just accept compliments as they are,
Yeah.
unless I have hard evidence that it's not real. Then
I'm not gonna lie, I do that. Like I have an issue with like accepting compliments, so I'll turn it into like a joke because I'm uncomfortable. So if
Mhm.
somebody else says like a compliment,
Awkward.
and I'll be like, and I'll make it a joke,
yeah.
and then they'll just But so it's not that I think everything is funny. It's just when I'm uncomfortable, I make jokes.
Yeah.
And compliments make me uncomfortable, which I still like them, but I don't know how to receive them. I guess
Mhm.
so. I'm pretty sure you know how to
Yeah.
receive some compliments.
very much so.
No, no. I
She
feel-
receives them when they're not even given.
It's awkward though
crazy.
to
It is,
like,
right?
and just I think it's easier to do it online though, because it's like all you gotta do is type. But if you're in person, like somebody gives you a compliment, it's really awkward.
Yeah, you're
like
right. And Manny hasn't made you feel uncomfortable yet, so we're doing good.
yeah, this is great.
New leaf.
Oh, but so we had a tropical storm in December. Now, this doesn't happen often, And like Floridians, we were just like, bro, like nothing gonna change. The only thing that changed, I would say, as a Floridian for myself, the tropical storm in December, is that it was a rainy day, but it was a cold rainy day.
It was nice.
It wasn't. It was
so
not.
nice.
It was the rain was cold. It was stinging
I love
because it was cold, and I just didn't like it. I guess it doesn't happen often. So like people that weren't from Florida were like freaking out. Like, what do we do? And I'm like, you go to work and nothing gonna change. Like everybody's gonna be like operating as usual. Nobody's changing nothing.
Yeah, like we had a party last night and everybody's like, is this still happening? Yes. If a hurricane was coming, this will still happen.
Yeah, like as long as
Light work.
as long as it ain't over the Waffle House ain't closed.
Christmas party.
But also I'm a rain thought. So
What depends?
I'm a rain thought. Boy, I get myself to the rain.
If it's during the summer, yes. But if it's like now, because I know that when it rains between like end of November, December, January, February, there's a cold front coming after it. So yes, when people are like, oh, we need the rain, and I'm like, how bad though? You know what I'm saying? Because I know a cold front is coming. And I'm
trying to almost die in my sleep because of the cold. I love it.
Well, I'm still gonna turn my fan on. I don't care. I'm still turning my fan on.
You're one of those.
I'm one of those.
Just naked, cold with the fan on, baby. That's cold. No other way to live life.
The fan is, and it's got to be close to me. It got to be right up on
in my
me.
face.
Yeah,
right in my right in my face, bro. Love it.
You know what's crazy? There was one time, and Chardell tell the story. My fan went off, one of my fans broke in the middle of the night. Bro, I instantly got up. I could not sleep. I got up. She thought it was the funniest thing ever because I'm like pacing around the house, like I don't know what
am I gonna do? So, is Walmart still open?
Yeah, like you. But
this is 24 hours before.
So you don't do the fan thing?
No.
For real?
No.
Oh, thank God.
That's a very Florida thing about me. I feel like I kind of like the heat. It's weird.
I like the heat. I do like the heat. And like I said, my fan goes on every night. But like I don't know. Like no matter how I don't like the cold weather. So I'll put the heater on when people are like, oh, you should have put the heat. I don't care what y'all listen. If it drops below 70 in my house, the heater is coming on. If it get like one day I woke up, it was 60 degrees, bro. Because I was like, I ain't gonna turn the heater on, bro. It's 60 degrees.
I didn't even know heaters still exist.
But I teleported to the heater. Like I don't even know how I got there so fast. I turned it on. It was smoking. I mean, it wasn't smoke. You know, you smell the smoke. I ain't care, but we was just
speaking of that. When we do this dating game, can that be one of the questions? Because I feel that's a real deal breaker for me in my relationship.
Yeah.
If we can't have the fan on, I need you to. We're gonna have you escorted off the premises.
Well, what I'll tell you, because Sade doesn't like it, but what I do is, well, I sleep with my own blanket because y'all know the situation. I think I've explained it. Where she'll wrap herself up in it and take my blanket. But anyways, I'll put the fan right next to me, and it has to blow only in my face. She doesn't feel it, but I got a fan that sits right next. It's like a long one, and it blows right in my face.
I think that's a good compromise.
Yeah.
See, I can't do it. I'm too clingy. I'm gonna be all up on you.
Oh no,
randomly.
I can't.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna do it, and then I'm gonna back up because it's gonna be hot. It's just gonna be a whole situation, and she's not gonna get no sleep. So, like that fan situation, it's not gonna work for me. I'm sorry, it's not.
What's
and
the
then
deal
independent blankets? Nah, we good.
What's the deal breaker for you?
Oh man,
she's like so many.
What is that? I know we didn't put it on the list, but
he's being too nice. I don't trust him. He's so complimentary.
I don't even know.
Like, what is that one like? Because I listen.
No, I don't got a lot, but the fan thing is definitely.
If you like to cuddle all night, then that's a no go for me. Yeah, like I'm not saying like I'm not a cuddle. Like we can cuddle, like say we watching, but once we like start falling asleep, give me my space because I don't like getting too hot, and I like the fan in my face, and I like to sleep a certain way. And if we cuddle, my arm going to sleep. I don't like the tingly feeling that I get.
Yeah. Well, that's why the fan and the AC got to be on so it don't get too hot throughout the night, and I can just do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying?
All right, well, my bad.
Honestly, I can't even think of anything right now.
Oh, so it's open season, guys. It's really nothing. It's all open season, guys.
I don't know. I feel like I try to meet people at like where they're at. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even if it's like a little weird, I guess I can kind of go with it. I think there's some things obviously that are like, no, like I can't do that. But I mean, I just can't think of anything right off the top of my head right now.
What if they're not a dog lover? Like, what if they don't?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. For sure. One. Yeah. Definitely. Like, you have to love dogs.
What if they meet you the first day and you hang out with them and they have their dog doing tricks.
Oh, you gonna do this?
Like, and what?
Tricks.
Like sit?
What kind of tricks?
He's
man?
making fun of me. A young lady trapped me in her apartment to show me dog tricks. It was the most elaborate setup. It was wild.
Like she brought you into her apartment?
No, we were doing. I was helping her out with something, and we got to her house, and I was ready to go, or not to her house, but like to her apartment building. We were outside. She was like, "You got to come in and meet the dog," and I was like, "Nah, I'm good. I don't like dogs. I don't have to meet your dog. We're cool." And she's like, "No, but you got to meet this dog," and I was like, "No, I don't." And then she's like, "Come meet your dog," and I went in, and while I'm in there, she's like, "I'm hungry and I have to eat right now. Are you willing to wait?" And I was like, "Sure." And then she was finished eating, and then she's like, "Are you ready for this?" And I said, "What?" And she's like,
Man, it's like it's
"Watch
about
this."
to
She goes to the kitchen, comes back with a bag of dog treats, and she put on a Circus Olay type of show. Very uncomfortable. What happened? The old-fashioned ladies that just try to get you in their apartment and have sex with you.
Oh my god.
And
Well, maybe
out to
she
her.
thought that was like impressive, that you were gonna think that was impressive.
I don't think it was that. I just maybe she that could be it. But I think she just wanted company at the time.
Maybe.
And anyways, God bless her. And she very disciplined dog. Great, very disciplined. Thank you for helping me relive that.
I told you I got your back.
Yes, I really do.
You pull some interesting females.
See, now if you had a python around your neck, everything would change.
That's what I'm
She
saying.
just made me want to say something. I'm gonna clean it up.
Okay, go ahead.
Nah, never mind.
Man, it was like everything is going through my head. It's
'Cause
not
no,
coming
I
out
was
the
like-
other side.
I was confident that I could express it in a way, but even in the best way possible, that's a questionable piece of information there. No, I'm gonna do it. Let me do it real quick. It's not gonna take long.
Okay.
So another crazy young lady that I dated was involved with I don't know what you call it. They sold dogs. They like bred and sold a specific type of dog, and I guess she was very involved in the artificial insemination process with her bare hands. So I dated her for a little while. Shout out to her. I hope she's doing better.
Do I know her?
Yeah.
You said that too quick.
Her rehab was very successful. And
Oh, okay. Oh, sandals.
oh, you really gonna do that? All right.
No, I'm not using
Yeah, it was
names.
sandals, yeah. See, there were so many crazy things with that lady that the fact that she artificially inseminated
that
dogs
seems.
is regular in that aspect. Anyway, you just made me remember that. Shout out to her.
If you say that, if you hear that part, you'll be like, oh, that you got to know the rest. If you knew the rest, that would be like a minor part of it. Like, that would be
Oh,
Oh,
so
she
there's
did this.
more levels of crazy. Got it.
with
Got
one
it.
person.
Got it.
With one person. Anyways,
You gotta live life.
I agree. But yeah, so those are y'all like, that's a no-go for you.
No dog. If you don't like dogs, I'm sorry. It's just not gonna happen. Because I plan to have like 100 dogs at some point.
You don't gotta worry
Cocker
about
Spaniel?
me.
No Cocker Spaniels.
What you
No.
said, man?
She don't gotta worry about me for sure.
What if you have your dog doing tricks?
One of my dogs knows how to do tricks. The other one doesn't.
So okay.
But he was also a retired race dog, so he kind of knows tricks a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
The Greyhound. He came from a kennel in Tampa, actually.
Oh, that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
it was really cool.
I'm a retired dog.
He's retired. He's definitely enjoying his retired life.
Manny, have you ever been to a Greyhound race?
I have. When I was younger, not as an adult, but when I was younger, yeah.
They be
I had a very
moving.
I had an aunt that was very addicted to gambling. So we went to the track a couple of times.
They be into it, boy.
They do.
I didn't know. I just went for the crab cakes. It was in
Yeah.
Bonita.
Ooh,
The
that
crab
sounds
cakes was
nice.
good.
Yeah.
And so I went for the crab. I never knew, like, I was like, oh, dogs racing, cool. But where the crab cakes at? You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like, y'all promised me crab cakes. So they'll be like, you gamble like this. And I'm like, I don't care about none of that. Where's the crab cakes?
Yeah, we all have our own motivations. And yours
So-
is crab cake.
Okay, so as far as cold friends, right? You're a Floridian. I'm a Floridian.
Mhm.
cold fronts. Manny, why you already smiling?
You know how there's like different seasons, like it's like you know how people say, oh, this is in season.
Yeah.
Like like you were talking about how this is a good time and you're getting hit up a lot for. So for big dudes, cold fronts, it's peak season.
Oh, that's why you
Peak season. You know what I'm saying? People have a need, they have a service, and there's very few of us that can provide it.
Okay.
You should get some cards.
I did, but the police got it. Like anyway.
We got to put that
I just
service out.
advertise incorrectly. But yeah, I love cold fronts. I love cold fronts.
I'm not a cold front person, and I think because I grew up in Southwest Florida, so I think below Orlando is like a tropical climate, subtropical climate. Everything below Orlando, so we're used to a different type of life. So when it just drops out of nowhere, it's 80 one day, and the next day it's 30. Like, what are we doing?
I wish it could be like that all the time.
No, we don't. No, we don't. Because that don't. What? How do you feel about it?
I like the cold sometimes. Like, I'm okay with it. And I feel like that's how it is in Florida. Like, it's only cold for like a couple days or like a week, and
I
then
give
it's
you that.
over. So it's like I can deal with that. But then it's like the quick drop. It's like, why?
That's what I'm saying. Like, this isn't necessary. And I know Manny be looking at us weird because I'll be like bundled up. Like, I will be when we went kayaking. It was cold. We had like all of us had on hoodies. Manny was just chilling. All of us had on hoodies.
I love it.
Everybody else had on hoodies, and Manny was just chilling.
But I will say, like at home, I like being wrapped up, but I want to be freezing while I'm wrapped up, and that's my favorite thing. That's where I get my hibernation sleep. I love it.
No, I'm not a.
Oh, I'm gonna buy a bunch of fridges and just leave the doors open in my room.
There's better ways to go about that. You can get like a portable AC. There's different ways to do this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the refrigerator.
Walk in Manny's room. We just got.
And electricity too.
Like, damn, your big ass. You big ass emptied all of these fridges out.
What is going on here?
Yeah, I guess there's a better way to go about it.
I'm telling you, man. So we got a few Florida man stories. We got a Florida man and a Florida woman story. I feel like we had to use both. But the first one I want to talk about, because then I want to talk about, I got another thing I want to talk about after that. So there's a Floridian, right? And I feel like this is very Florida. But he decided to get a tattoo. Okay, let me start this. He went to jail. Let's start off with that. He went to jail.
Oh, the jail was the first thing?
He went to jail, but he went to jail for getting a tattoo and not paying for it. The tattoo that he got was a tattoo of the Waffle House. So he got a tattoo of the Waffle House, and I guess tried to skip out. So he's like, he didn't have his debit card, and they kept trying to like make sure, like, how they like, well, we can do this, and he was like, well, I don't have this. And he was like, well, we can do this. So every option that they had, he would decline it. So then they realized he didn't have the money to pay for the tattoo after he stopped there and got the Waffle House tattoo. So he ended up going to jail for that tattoo. Now, do you think that adds to like the story, like, because they can't take it off, like they can't repo the tattoo?
I would just scratch it out with black ink. Wait, do you know if the tattoo was a logo or an actual physical building of a Waffle House?
He got the Waffle House logo.
Dang. I feel like if you're gonna do that, you had to be very intoxicated. So aren't they kind of responsible too? Like, why would you do this with an intoxicated person?
Well, I think
I don't expect anybody to be sober and be like, hit me with the Waffle House logo.
You'll be surprised.
You would be
The
surprised.
dedication is that, because I love Waffle House, but
so there's no
business logo I would get on.
Okay, how do you feel about this situation?
I feel like Waffle House should probably sponsor him because
Right?
I feel like at this point you've made that commitment. Like, I would just be calling Waffle House, hey, come bail me out of jail.
Because he went to jail for this, and you can't say it's like bad for Waffle House reputation, boy. When you went to a Waffle House, you bound to see dinner and a show, which there's a fight, a brawl, bound to break out at any time.
And a lot of Waffle Houses are like jail anyway, so they just could have left them in there, and that's the punishment.
Like, I think it's on brand for them. He went to jail for getting a Waffle House. That's on brand for Waffle House. Waffle House hit that man up.
That's what I'm
'Cause
saying.
I feel like he's doing exactly what he's in the Waffle House spirit. I feel like so he went to jail for this. I think the tattoo was like $200 some bucks, and yeah, Waffle House logo. So there's no business that you love enough to get like a tattoo of.
Well, first, that's a lot to charge. That's yellow ink. He had lighter skin. That's crazy. But anyways, what I was thinking when you asked, or you were talking about the logo,
Uh-huh.
I at one point in my life was thinking about getting a Honda logo tattooed on me because I love Honda so much. But then I was like, that's so Puerto Rican of me too. So I should just get a Puerto Rican flag and not a Honda because it's all the same thing. The Honda logo and the Puerto Rican flag is exactly the same thing.
It's the same thing.
But I changed my mind. I'm not going to do that. But that is a thought I've had. That's the only logo I thought about getting.
What about you?
I don't think it would be like a business, but like I would totally get like a SpongeBob logo. Like I love SpongeBob, so
I like SpongeBob.
No,
I mean,
that don't count as a business logo.
I think
Do you love it?
So you don't have no business that you'll be like.
not really. No,
You wouldn't. What about your own thing? Like, would you get the Divine Soul Collective
Sure.
tattooed on you?
I guess that
You're
would
like,
be
yeah, we
fine.
can do that.
Yeah, that'd
Set
be
it up.
fine. Yeah, I don't really have a logo right now though, but yeah.
All right, let's get that set up
All right,
Let's
that's
make it
what we need to do. Yeah.
and let's get the same tattoo shop because they don't care if you're drunk or not or how. They're gonna give you the tattoo that you asked for. No drug test involved.
I think the only business, it got to be Publix, but it got to be not just Publix. It got to be like a Publix sub.
Are you gonna put that on
Mhm.
your collage that you're making about
I
Florida?
got to.
Right?
'Cause I got a Florida man arm, and I got.
You would really get Publix tattooed on your arm
The
for real?
sub.
For real?
the sub.
Okay, then
Oh, not
Publix
the
really
logo,
has to
just the
sponsor you
sub.
at
I
that
would
point.
get the Publix sub.
What about like a logo sub combination? Like, you know,
I
like the
get it.
Publix logo and maybe the sandwich overlapping part of the Publix
Yeah, I
logo.
can do that. On my Florida arm, yeah.
Publix don't deserve you, dog.
That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
loyal.
They need to put you as a picture.
They do.
You know, I got their managers and they need to put a picture
Yeah.
of you up there.
I'm loyal.
And just, you know what I'm saying?
And I be there. And Manny's my witness because Manny was one of the ones that used to go to Publix with me. Because the people like, I try to explain to people how the Publix thing happened. They think that I started going to Publix to try to get a sponsorship. And I'm like, no. I've been about this Publix life well before I started making content.
Mm-hmm.
And Manny is my witness. We used to be in there every day.
Yep.
We were there. So I think Publix is probably the only one. Wait. Publix. Now, because if you get Walmart, then that means you like to fight, right?
Yeah, that's ratchetry. Definitely don't do that.
You got to be a little classy. Do a Target.
Yeah, exactly. That's beneath you, sir.
No, but no, I definitely would probably get like a Publix. Probably the stuff, because that's probably like one of my favorite things in the world.
That's a good one.
Like I love.
I support that.
They would really have to sponsor you at that point, though, because
yeah. And you know what's crazy? I seen a bunch of people that got Publix tattoos. Like I think that's the most Florida tattoo at this point. Either an alligator, a manatee, or Publix.
and
But
now
Waffle House is like. Well, I don't think Waffle House was started in Florida.
I think it was Georgia.
Yeah, I think it was Georgia. So, but like Florida, like Publix is a Florida thing. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I feel like I would get a Publix tattoo. It got to be like the food though, because you know I like food. But so man, you got a gas station situation.
Oh, we're gonna do that before the second Florida.
You want to do the other one?
No, we're already here, so it's just gonna be quick. I've spent a lot of, and Wicks can relate. I've spent a lot of my current adult life. I had serious anger issues when I was younger.
Yeah,
And I've done a good job of working on that and keeping it at bay.
yeah.
And really controlling that side of my life. I don't really get angry as much anymore. I'm very patient. Last night, I almost killed a person. So I was getting ready for this party. So that's already stressful, right? You running around all day, getting things, cleaning up, getting ready. I'm at the house. The party's supposed to start in about 30 minutes. So my friend is, I'm like, hey, yo, do me a favor. Can you go hit up the gas station real quick? I still got to clean this bathroom and take a shower real quick. He's like, nah, I don't feel like going anywhere. And I'm like, son of a,
Son of a biscuit.
So I get in the car, go to the gas station. I'm already kind of
yeah,
like, ugh. Get to the gas station. I go grab a pack of water. And as I'm grabbing it, the plastic part, I'm grabbing it. Somebody had already ripped it and they just left it there. So I'm not knowing this. So it's almost all, I pick it up, rips, everything, all the water falls all over the floor. So I'm already aggravated. So I'm picking up like one bottle at a time, putting it on some side counter. And one of the employees at work, they just walk by me. Don't say nothing, don't help me, nothing, right?
Yeah.
So I'm extra aggravated, but whatever. So I put all the waters on the counter. I don't just leave it on the floor. I picked every single bottle, put it on the counter. I went, I got a new bottle of water. I get to the desk, and he was definitely new.
Yeah.
And he had a very heavy accent, difficult to understand. So I throw my 2 bags of ice and my new water case on the counter. He's beeping it up. And then he just looks over at the counter with the broken thing. And he's like, can you go get the paper so I could charge you for that one too? I said, excuse me, sir? He said, because he even said in a heavy accent, so I want to make sure I wasn't tripping.
Yeah.
He's like, well, you broke that over there and you left it over. And I said, lady, I looked at the lady. I said, because I can't with him right now. I said, lady, you better come over here and talk to him right now because I'm going to bug out. She goes, no, it's okay. And she tells him, don't charge him for the work. Yeah, thank you. So I'm fuming. And I'm like, thank God this is done. I'm walking to the car. We're about to leave. This is almost over. Mm-hmm. I'm packing my trunk. I turn around. This little guy running outside the store towards my car.
Yeah.
I was ready to bust him upside his head. He gets to my car and he's like, I didn't charge you for the ice. I'm talking about I'm almost reached. Like people will pop the trunk and pull out some fire. I was gonna pop the trunk and pull out that bag of ice and knock him upside his spirit. You know what I'm saying? And anyway, I went and paid for the ice and left. But it was a challenge, and I just want to pat myself on the back because
you made it through
a few years ago, I would have been a Florida man story because he was about to get knocked out of his spirit with a bag of ice at 7-Eleven.
I was just gonna say I commend you for controlling.
What's 7-Eleven though? I'm sorry.
Nah, but
it's 7-Eleven.
But yeah, y'all control your anger. Work on your anger. Let's not become Florida man and Florida women stories. That's really the moral of all of that.
That's the moral of the story.
That's the moral
so we
of
should
the
have said it for the. Okay, so the last one.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a woman in the same county that we're in.
Okay. So
she, I guess, reported her gifts stolen. So she said she bought all these gifts for her kids. Then she reported them all stolen. They interviewed her on the news and everything, and she started like taking donations from like the Goodwill. They raised donations to help people, families in need. And she basically went on a list of everything that was taken, and they start replacing those things. Well, I guess what happened is the police got an anonymous tip as to what really happened with the thing. So I guess from what they said is she hid the gifts at a friend's house. The police got this tip, went to that friend's house, found all the gifts. Naturally, they arrested her. But that wasn't the most Florida thing that went down. The real Florida thing that went down is while they were arresting her, as they're taking her to the car in handcuffs, they had the Grinch following her. Somebody dressed in a Grinch costume following her to the car. So, first of all, I got 2 questions. One, how would you feel if you were getting arrested and the police were dressed up as a character following you to the car? That's my first question.
So we know this wasn't like a random person popping out the side dressed as a Grinch. The police were involved in this Grinch coming by?
Because they let them get too close. They let the Grinch get too close to the arrest. And the news, while they were, it's worse because it wasn't just they were getting arrested. Like people had to be on notice because they had the news out there while she was getting arrested. And the Grinch. That was a whole production.
And they caught it like on the camera and everything too.
I have so many feelings. Because if you do something wrong, you deserve all the consequences that come with that. Yeah. Or if you do something wrong, you can't be mad, right? Because you don't get to control the reaction.
Yeah.
So I'm conflicted in the sense where I get that, and if you do bad things, whatever, it's up. If it's up, then it's up.
Yeah.
But also, like, then I'm like on the other side, like, I expect more from police.
So, in Florida?
We want to have that expectation, right?
Okay.
And I'm conflicted. This is the pettiest thing I've seen in a long time. And usually I'm petty king and I support all the pettiness.
Yes.
But there's certain people who's like, all right, y'all got to let me be petty. Y'all can't be petty like that. It's above you. It's beneath you to be as petty as me. So that's why I'm conflicted. I agree with the messaging. I'm just not sure if I'm happy with the messenger. I'm turning over a new leaf.
That's what you're doing?
I'm proud of you.
What do you think? How would you feel?
I just think the whole, like, it was just funny, like, to watch it. Like, I just had to laugh because it's like, you're right. Like, with the police, like, you would think that they would
Be more professional.
be better, more professional. But I feel like this is definitely all for show, like for the TV, like for
Then
sure.
she just made me think, this is where I'm conflicted. If I'm a cop, I'm doing things like this.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm doing things
bro,
like
this is the same sheriff that they had like a big like drug bust in Lee County, and he did a music video to a Millie by Lil Wayne because they caught like 1 million something. I can't remember.
So this is just within his. Okay, then I support it 1,000%.
He's like, yeah.
I'm no longer conflicted. I support it. If you're gonna be consistent with your pettiness,
Yeah, no, it's consistent.
then I support it.
It's
Never
consistent.
mind. I take it back.
So yeah, they had the Grinch follow him. So my second question is, because there's reports that it was a friend that snitched. Now, in that situation, would you have snitched on your friend?
Yes.
Let me add some context. So, mind you, they're getting these donations. There's a lot of families out there in need. We all know there's a lot of families out there in need, and you're basically just being greedy and taking stuff. You know what I'm saying? From other people that could have had that. Now, would you snitch on your friend if they were doing that?
Yes, but this is what I'm gonna do first. Hey, Wicks, you trash for this. I don't agree with it. So how about you and I go bring these things back to wherever they belong?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't agree to that, I'm snitching.
Turn
100%.
in.
This is not off topic, but it is off topic. I had my friend the other day ask me, would you, because I'm friends with him and her,
Yeah.
and she was like, if he cheated on me, would you tell me? And I was like, I would give him the opportunity to come clean first. And if he don't, then yes, I would tell you. So it's a similar thing.
I feel that.
Yeah.
What about
I
you?
kind of have to agree with you on that because, like, I feel like there's certain situations, like, if you my bestie, I got you. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like it's like one of those things, like, you know how when people get in trouble with the law or whatever, and the
Yeah.
husband's not, you know, the husband and the wife don't have to like tell on each other.
Yeah.
Kind of the same thing, but with my besties, right?
I got
But
you.
I feel like the same way where it's like, if you're doing something wrong and I know it's wrong, I'm gonna be like, hey, this is messed up. Like you shouldn't be doing this. Like, can we try to fix the situation? But then if you don't do it, then
Yeah.
Especially with gifts, like what you were just saying, like this is a hard time for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, some people can't even afford to do certain gifts for their kids and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So it's like if you're taking from people, that's not cool.
Yeah.
So,
And I think as that friend, like I'm with Manny. I would have went to my friend first and be like, hey, chill out. Like, you gotta fix this. Like, you have to fix this. Because there's people out there that really need these things and you're just taking it because it's free. You know what I'm saying? And you made up this whole plan. But I mean, it was a whole plan because she hid the presents before she called the police. She hid the presents at her friend's house and then called the police. And listen, y'all have to see the first interview. Like, I showed y'all the Grinch thing.
yeah.
But y'all had to see the first. She was so convincing. She sold it. She was like, y'all can just bring back my stuff. She was like, and we need to find the people that's responsible. And they did. They found the person that was responsible. It was her. They took her down.
Just had to look in the mirror.
No.
Hey, but you know what, man? Good luck to her. Hopefully like me, she will take this time where she's incarcerated
Uh-huh.
and turn over a new leaf.
You like leaves, don't you?
Oh, no, I don't like leaves. No, I just like the expression. I feel like, you know, I'm doing something different. I'm changing. I'm evolving.
I like that.
And just like I was talking about Alma and the compliments, yeah, I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna accept these compliments. I'm gonna turn over this new leaf, and hopefully this lady joins me in that spirit and turns over a new leaf too.
I don't know. After the Grinch thing, I think it's gonna be kind of hard.
Hey, I'm lying to y'all. I'm lying to y'all. I'm not changing.
It's gonna be hard to forgive.
I
that.
like the way I am. I'm not changing. There are no leaves. Forget the leaves. Rake it up. I'm not turning over a new leaf. I'm gonna be this guy till I die, and I'm gonna be uncomfortable with compliments.
No, I'm gonna do better. All right, so we at the end, y'all. What is something that y'all want to leave with the people? Like, what message that y'all want to leave with them for this week?
Alma, you want to go first? You want me to take it? Or you want...
It's fine. You can go first.
Okay. Oh no, I can't say that. Okay.
Man, he going through all the things in his head that he
Yeah, you know, I am gonna turn over a new leaf. I am. That's what I'm gonna. Hey, let's turn over new leaves together. That's what I want to say. You can change if you want to.
There you go.
Be better. Be better.
I like that, Manny.
Yeah.
I like this person. I got your back.
And shout out to my fan club.
You see him, right?
The three of y'all are much appreciated. Still no DMs, whatever. But the three of y'all really holding it down. POP. I'm legally blind.
Mama, I love you.
That's what I'm leaving with.
Mama, what do you want to leave with the people?
I would say don't make yourself small for other people. I struggled with that for a very long time. And I think that I'm turning a new leaf, right? And I'm doing things differently than what I have been doing in the past. And I think a lot of that was making myself small. And I don't want to do that anymore. So.
Don't do that.
So, I'm a huge person of involvement, but also do what makes you happy, you know? And regardless of whatever that is, don't make yourself small just to try to fit in other people's boxes,
Like that. That is real. Because I suffer from that as well. So I like that. What I'm going to leave with the people is we need to get rid of these cold fronts. We need to find a way to get these cold fronts out of here. They don't need to be here. Huh?
We don't support this message.
Get them out of here. We don't need them. That's what I'm going to leave with the people. Oh, also, don't take from people when you don't need it. Because there's people out here that need it. Don't you take from people, because then you might end up going to jail with the Grinch following you. And I think that's what I'm going to wrap it up with. So that was episode 24. Y'all cue my theme music.
Oh my God, it's Wicks.